Hey, hey, my friends. Welcome to Craft Your Life, week 7. I'm Pam, the ginger cat lady. Harley the ginger cat he's asleep in his basket. Welcome, Glitter Girl. Hey, Wendy, welcome. Hey, Heidi, welcome. Hello, Jenny, welcome. All right, no worries. We will be right here, Miss Jenny, right here. Heidi, we missed you over at the members only live, but we got the. Hey, Jill, welcome. Uh, the prompt is posted over there, so if you want to do it, then you can. Alrighty. So, welcome to your week 7 of, this is actually week 8, but we missed a week, so we're calling it week 7 because it's week 7 that we're working on. So, welcome to week 7 of Craft Your Life. For week 7, we will be noticing. Last week, there we go. Last week, we invited in what we wanted more of, and we chose a small helper. And this week, we're just going to simply notice how that actually felt in real life. Okay. So, while you're listening and thinking and stuff on the screen, I have listed the supplies that you're going to need for today for the life challenge. You're going to need your journal, some scraps, stamp. That can be a postage stamp or a rubber stamp or a clear stamp, however you want to interpret stamp. A safety pin, and then, of course, as usual, any embellishments that you want in order to add to your page to make it more. And you're probably going to want a scrap of paper or a tag or something like that for part of it too, because we're going to be making a belly band. So you're going to want something to write on to tuck underneath that belly band too. Okay. All righty. All right. So as usual, we have some assurances that I want to state at the beginning. There's no way to fail this week. No way. Raise your hand if you felt like maybe you failed this week. But guess what? You didn't. You didn't. Because even if you didn't use your helper at all, raise your hand if you didn't use your helper at all. Even if you didn't use it at all, that is useful information. We're getting to do it as useful information. Remember, right now, we're just gathering data and figuring out what's working for us. We're not grading ourselves. We're not judging ourselves. We're not shaming ourselves. There's no use in that, right? Because if we do that, then we're not going to want to do it. Okay? We're not going to do it. So, you can't fail this week. No failing. We're not in school. We can't fail. Hey, Julia, welcome. All right, let's take a look at our week 7. So week 7 is paying attention, gathering information, and learning what actually fits. It is not fixing our system. It's not. It's not improving your helper yet. We'll save that for later, but not this week. And it's not judging yourself, all right? We're not changing anything. We're just watching what really happened. Watching what really happened, seeing if it worked, what we can do to make it work if it didn't work. Okay? Yay, glitter. I hope you're feeling better, girly. Okay, so we're only, when we're doing this and when we're thinking about this, we're only looking at this past week. Okay? Not the whole month, not this upcoming week, not the whole year, but just this past week. Okay? Where did you notice? Think about this past week, and I want you to think about, when did you notice that what you wanted more Let me try that again. When did you notice what you wanted more of last week? So think about during the week, whatever it was that you wanted more of. So I wanted more direction. So I would think about last week. When did I want more direction? All right. For me, there was a lot of it because most of last week was spent trying to clean up this room, right? So wanting direction, I needed a lot of that last week. So I did, yeah. Yeah. When did you forget that what you wanted more of? If you thought when did you think about your helper? And if you did think about your helper, what happened? Honestly, with me, most of the time that I thought about my helper was when I was sitting here with you guys at during my normal lives. Um, and I thought about it and I knew I needed to be doing it, but at that very moment, it's hard to do it when you're in the middle of doing other things. So, and if you didn't think about it, what does that tell you? If you didn't think about it, what does it tell you? Okay. Remember, no judging, but what does it maybe tell you if you didn't think about it? Where did you notice what you're inviting in? Where did it disappear? What might it mean if you didn't think about it at all? Hey, Zippy. Thank you, girly. Have a good dinner. Remember, this is just gentle noticing. It's not evaluating. It's not judging. It's just thinking about your last week. When did you notice these things? Okay. And what did they maybe mean? So I'm going to give us like 5 minutes to think about that. If you want to jot something down, you can. If you want to share, you can. For some people, journaling what they're thinking is good motivation for them. So if you want to write, you're not required to write, but that's something that you can do. Hey, Corey, welcome, welcome. I'm doing good. I hope you're doing well as well. Hello, Lisa. Welcome, welcome. So I just jotted down some notes about when I noticed my helper and what I wanted more of. Oh, I didn't write down when I noticed what I wanted more of, though. Okay. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and move on. Sometimes 5 minutes seems like a really long period of time. You know what I mean? Okay. So your helper this week. Did I spell that right? I can't. There's something up there on the top and I can't. Yeah, I did. Okay, good. All right. So your helper this week. Did it reduce overwhelm? Did it create clarity? Did it add noise? Did it get forgotten? Did it feel like it was unnecessary? Um, if it reduced overwhelm even once, notice that. Okay. If it created clearly, if it created some clarity, even if it was brief clarity, notice that. Okay. If it added noise or pressure, then that matters too. That tells you something about how your brain or your life is working right now. Okay. If it got forgotten, that might mean maybe that it wasn't small enough or that it wasn't really relieving enough, or simply that you had more important things that were taking your attention and you didn't have time for your helper, or you didn't have time to stop and think about your helper. If it felt like it was unnecessary, that's also useful because maybe what you're inviting in doesn't really need the kind of support that you were trying to give it with the helper. Okay. So that's something to think about there too. Remember that nothing here equals failure. None of this, what we're talking about, equals failure. If it added noise or it got forgotten or it felt unnecessary, that doesn't equal failure. It's just information um, that you couldn't have had without trying, right? We're not going to know whether something works or not if we don't try it. And if we just say, oh, no, that's not going to work, how do we know? Okay. So I can't really say that my helper didn't work because I didn't have a chance to give it a chance. So my goal this week is to have a pad of paper sitting here on the table with me so that when something comes up, I stop and I write it down. Because that's, for me, remember, for me, wanting direction was, did I put it? I didn't write it on the back of here. For me, wanting direction, my helper was to get it out of my head. Okay, I did write it down right here. I just didn't write it down the way I was thinking. Was to get it out of my head. Okay. Um, and I didn't do that. I still had all of that stuff swimming around in my head. So I need to have that pad of paper that sits right here next to me. You can't see what I'm tapping, but I'm tapping my little glass mat that's right next to this. I need to have something sitting here so that when it pops up in my head, or when somebody says something that makes me think of it, or somebody says, hey, have you checked this out, or have you tried that, I can just jot it down. And then it's out of my head and I don't have to worry about it anymore. Okay, so remember, it does not equal failure if it didn't do for you what you thought it might do. Okay, we're going to give it another shot this week. We're going to try it and see if another week of it works. It might take, because you know, with a lot of this stuff too, it's habit, right? And we know that we can't form a habit right away. So just remembering that you have that helper to help you needs to become a habit, needs to become something that um, you think about. Okay. Yeah, Wendy, I didn't think about mine either. All right. So we are going to take our time now to work on our life challenge. Not challenge. Yeah, I guess challenge. I don't think that's what I was calling it though, and I can't remember what I called it. Anyway, oh, but you did make deliberate choices this week to facilitate help. Good. Good, Wendy. That's awesome. Fantastic. All right. So for life today, we're going to use scraps to make a belly band. So we're going to use scraps, stamp, and a safety pin to make a belly band. Okay. And then we're going to add a small note about what you noticed this week. Okay. I already made my note here, but I can go ahead and rewrite it on that and stick it in because I didn't want to forget what I was talking about or thinking about. Because remember, get it out of my head. So this week's life piece is still observational, but we're going to build it with some scraps, a stamp, belly band, safety pin. We're going to use our scraps to represent what felt scattered or gathered. Um, the stamp can mark what stood out. The belly band will hold our noticing across our page. And the safety pin helps keep it temporary and adjustable. Okay. Um, and then, like I said, we're going to add a small note about what you noticed this week. You can use the safety pin to secure it or tuck it under the belly band and use the safety pin as decoration. How you want to do that. Okay. So we're adding to our story. We're not replacing our cluster and stuff from last week. We're adding to our story. Okay. And if you wanted to, you could probably create your belly band on the same page that you created and stick this under here and just use your paperclip cluster to attach to your belly band or attach to your tag, whatever you want to do. Okay. I am going to turn the page because I want to make it something new. So I'm going to turn my page and we're going to come over here. I'm going to take this off for now so it's not in my way. All right. Some words to think about while you're doing this that you might maybe want to include in um, your belly band or include when you're writing or anything like that. Words like kept, forgot, adjusted, not needed, learned something. Those are all fantastic things that you can add. And while we're doing this, we're also reflecting just like we always do. What did you learn about yourself this week? Did anything feel clearer? Did anything feel heavier? These are things that you can also journal in addition to what we were talking about earlier. Even nothing changed is clarity. Okay. Even I forgot tells you something about your current capacity. So think about those kind of things as you're creating and maybe journal on your little note or tag or whatever it is that you decide that you want to make to go with your belly band. Couldn't remember what it was. Okay, safety pins. I need to label my stuff. And before I go any further, I'm going to find that little notepad that I said I was going to put here. And we're going to make a note. Label craft room bins. Bin drawers. All right. It's on the paper. I don't have to think about it anymore because it's on the paper. I can look at the paper. Oh, yeah, I need to do that. It's not lost until I sit down and say the next time, oh, I need to label this. Okay, what was I looking for? Safety pin. And it's not in this bin. This is why I need to label. Because, oh, safety pins aren't even in there. Safety pins are up here. Don't drop that one, Pam. That could be a disaster. All right. Oh, that is not what I wanted to do. That was the wrong direction. We're trying to make me big. All right. I'm going to take this. Well, no. Supplies are fine up there. Because that helps you remember what it is that you need. I just raised the first aid kit for safety pin. You just rated your first aid kit? Hopefully you aren't going to need that anytime soon there, Wendy. Well, at least if you do, you know where it's at, right? At least you know that you need to go back and rate it again. Okay, I think I tried this before and it didn't work before. I did. Let's see if maybe we use a smaller one. The holes in this bead that I want to use are really tiny. There we go. Okay. Oh, okay. Then you're good. You're good. If there's a pack of 50 of them in there, then you're good. Yeah, I don't think you're going to need those anytime soon. In fact, you might want to raid half of those and just put them in your craft room. Just saying. Just saying. Is there anything else in here I might want to use? I don't know. Seems like every time if I move in closer, I need to have my ISO higher. And if I zoom out, I need to move my ISO down lower. Hey, Sandy. Sometimes design decisions need to be taken care of first. And then you can focus on the other stuff. It's okay, Sandy. It's okay. Remember, we're not judging. We're not doing anything wrong. Oh, good, Wendy. Thank you for sharing. I'm sure your sister appreciates that too. Oh, I want to show you what I got. This was made by Jay's daughter. So if you would like to have your focal point stitched onto a piece of fabric, then you could let Jay know. You never made a belly band before, Glitter? Well, you can watch how I do mine. If I can figure out what I want to use for the base. Is that big enough? That's big enough. Okay. And I don't want this to show through the holes because it's white, so we're going to trim some of it off because we're going to start down there. And we will end in the same spot so it don't look funny. The doily, that is a pretty doily, isn't it? Yeah, I know. I was going to have a cover for you guys, and that's... Hang on. See? All right, here we go. Wrote it down. I don't know why that is such a satisfying sound, but it really is. She saved your bacon? Oh, cool, Jill. That's cool. I know. I like because like there's some things I do here that I do different in my regular journals, and then there's things that I do like for the challenges that I do different than the regular journals, but I don't do them in here. So it just, yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of fun, you know? All right. So I call this my fodder drawer, and it's just all of the little scraps of stuff that I can use for things like this. She saved your bacon. Thank God she's got your bacon for you. Oh, what would we do without our bacon? Now I want bacon. I'm gonna have to tell Hubs I want breakfast for dinner. It's all Jill's fault because she saved the bacon. I want some of that texture to show up, so I'm gonna do a little bit of scrunch in there. Let's see what else we got in here. Hey, Debbie. Welcome, welcome. have a song stuck in my head and it's driving me crazy. I don't want it to be there anymore. It's been there for a couple days and I just want it to go away. Hey, Lydia. Okay, I think I need to repeat some colors in here before I get too crazy. Otherwise, it's not going to be very cohesive. Okay, now I can stick another color in there. Hey, Joyce, welcome. Oh, nice, Wendy. That's a perfect idea. Perfect idea. You've already got snippet roll made. That works, girl. I can't wait until March. Mass make some things, get some snippet roll made, get a bunch of different pockets and stuff made. Let's see. Do we have some paper bag in here? We do. Yeah. Thank you, Joyce. Yes, Sandy, that's perfect. Yeah, anything I will gladly accept anything because you all have been part of my channel's growth and without you my channel would not have grown. Without you a year later I wouldn't be here. And I really didn't honestly think I would be here still. So, and the whole purpose of the journal that I'm making and the whole reason that I'm asking for people to send me something is because I want to be able to remember the people who helped make a difference. The people who have inspired me and helped me to grow and learn different things in my craft, help improve my crafting skills, mean, I've learned things from each and every one of you through this. I don't know if you've noticed it or not. I don't ask near as many questions now because y'all have taught me. So yes, if you want to send me something, you can. If you need my address, you can email me at the gingercatladyjunkjournals@gmail.com. Just make sure you tell me what your channel name is, or what your handle is on the hey Tender. We're working on our peekaboo. We're working on Craft Your Life. So yeah, anything anybody wants to send me will be gladly accepted. Make sure your name's on it somewhere so that I can add it and remember who it was. Okay, there's my belly band. It doesn't, don't worry about if it doesn't get here on time, because the journal will have plenty of room in it and I can add it later. So it just makes it continue to grow and make me happy. So that is all I care about. All right, let's put some mess on this, like Jill says. Hey Patty, welcome. Hey Ashley, welcome. How do you make it into a belly band? So you just glue, you put a little bit of glue up here at the top and a little bit of glue at the bottom and stick it on your page, and then it's a belly band to slip things in between. I'm feeling fantastic. Thunder, how are you feeling? I sound sniffly right now because I start talking about stuff like my channel growing and y'all, and it makes me freaking sentimental, and I hate it because then I get all weepy. Come on, come up there. Okay. Hey, Marty. Sorry I didn't say hi. Hey, Ellen. Welcome, welcome. For those of you that are just coming in and you haven't been here with us before, welcome to Craft Your Life. We have chosen our focal points, which is what we want to invite into our lives this year to make us to bring more joy and happiness to our lives. We've chosen our focal points, and now we're just doing things to help us continue to grow this year. And part of that is crafting, because it makes all of us happy. Okay. So glitter, what I'm going to do, Hang on. Before I do that, though, I need to wipe off my table so that I don't get this stuff all over my book. Thank you, Ellen. I think you're right, Denise. Yeah. And hello, Denise. I think you're right. And I was a freaking blubbering idiot that night, too. You notice a pattern? I love that veil. Okay, so glitter, all I'm going to do is I'm going to take my glue. And I'm going to put just a little bit of, just a strip of glue at the top. How did it get back over there? It's not what it was supposed to be doing. So I'm going to put a strip of glue at the top there. And a strip of glue at the bottom down here. And then that just gets glued on my page. Yeah, I don't know how it went away from being big. I had it big. I must have hit the keyboard or something. No, I haven't, Ashley. The only thing I've ever seen the tack it over and over used for was for putting your um, uh, rubber stamps onto, after, like if you take them off the wood blocks. I've seen them used to put rubber stamps onto a clear block. Okay. I'm probably going to hate myself right now, but I'm going to give this a shot. No worries, Ellen. It's all good. It's all good. Okay. I want to, and like I said, I may hate myself for this, but we're going to unwrap this. Oh, wow, Ashley, that's cool. Okay. I'm not sure we're going to be able to get these on here without me having to straighten it more, but I really don't want to have to do that. I'm not sure we're going to get these. There we go. Okay. Yeah. I don't know if that's because it's starting to turn or because the bead itself is redonkulous. Safety pin surgery. Yeah, I'm a little afraid that I'm going to stab myself. Ugh. Or break the bead, one or the other, because it doesn't want to go down any further. Why will it get to that point and then not want to move anymore? There we go. May not look like a safety pin by the time I get done, but Gritchy, Gretchy, I knew what you meant. I know veil speak. All right, let's see if this will work now. Yay, it's moving. Kinda. Yay, I did it. Woohoo! Will I probably not ever do this again? Most likely. Come on. Ugh. These beads are ridiculous. Oh. See if the bead stays intact by the time I get it over there. It did. Okay. Doesn't matter. We just broke a piece off, but it's all good in the hood. Okay. So now the attempt is to get it, and we're not even going to put that little thing back in. Well, I should try. Just give it a shot, Pam. Okay. Ow! Thank you, Sandy. I'm glad you've got faith, because I don't. Okay. Is it obvious that I don't know what I'm doing? I don't know how to make one of those little loopy thingies. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. And it goes back into, woohoo! Look what I did. I did it. I did it. I did it. Woohoo! Sorry, I didn't mean to yell in your ear. I'm pretty dang excited about that. I will do this again. That was easy. At least that time it was easy. I don't know if it'll be easy next time, but hey, it was easy this time. Thank you, Sandy. Thank you. Taking a bow now. Okay. See, have faith in yourself, Pam. All right. I have my safety pin. I used, there's my safety pin. I used scraps, stamp. Oh, I should have stamped before I put, darn it. And where did I put my favorite stamps at? Uh-oh. I think I think the favorite stamps are in the box of, I don't know where to put this right now, so it's in a box. Come on, girlie. All right, go lay down. Oh, well, I did find one thing I was looking for earlier. Needed my pop dots. All right, Barnes. If you had favorite stamps that you were going to use, where would you put them? I don't know. But I did just think of some other stamps that I could use in its place. It's not quite what I was looking for, but it'll work. That's going in your notes to try. It actually wasn't that hard once I got it going. You know what? In honesty, the harder part was taking the stupid thing apart. That was harder. Actually, this works out better because the splatter can represent messiness. Ideally, I would have done that before before I put the belly band on, but hi. He wanted me to use my air horn. The dog stopped. I think my dog was maybe antagonizing it because I just let her back inside. So I think she might have been out there antagonizing it a little bit because I think it hurt her bark too, honestly. Scratch, 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 scratch. Okay. You go back in there. All right. We need something to make this pretty, though, because it's not very pretty. Aw, Angie. Girl, you need to get healthier. Butterflies. That's what we need. We need butterflies. Do you want little butterflies or big butterflies or wooden butterflies? Let's do a big butterfly. That's a moth. I don't want a moth. Ooh, that doesn't match. That's too much. I like it, but it's a little bit big. Huh. I don't know why I don't like those kind of butterflies. When they're sideways like that, they just don't look like a real butterfly to me. How did you get all lumpy bumpy on me? It looks like an inchworm. Jill? I think that one's too light. This one's kind of working for me. Ooh, that one. High contrast. I learned that from Dee Dee. She's always saying, I like things high contrast. Okay. And look at that. See? All of my butterflies all in one little tub. So if I want a butterfly, I just grab the butterfly tub. Okay. Well, lost half the bead on that one. It's okay. It's okay. We were successful, and that's all that matters because we tried. We tried. Get rid of some of this white. I'm going to snip some of it from around his body because it's too much. So I'm kind of thinking as I'm sitting here that the only reason my helper didn't work for me is because I didn't set myself up for success for it to work for me. By not having a pad of paper sitting there to write on, I'm not going to be successful. And you know that I'm always trying to find something to write on anyway. And can't find it, so yeah. Need to remember just to have the notepad sitting there. And then I think what I need to do is stick one by the bed, because sometimes the brain does the work when I'm trying to fall asleep that it's not supposed to be doing. So maybe stick one there that I can write on and then bring it out and put it on this one when I wake up in the morning so it's all in one spot. Make it like a big master to-do list, and then I can move it over to my planner when I want to do it, and cross it off the big master to-do list. Yeah, I think I need to try maybe get some Dollar Tree safety pins. I'm wondering if those might be a little bit easier to manipulate than that one. I mean, that wasn't too bad, but it was a pretty solid steel one. So I'm thinking that maybe the Dollar Tree ones might be a little bit better. I need some thread. Have you been eating very much, Angie? Shinuki art made thread my new obsession. The loop wasn't that hard to put back in. But the kind without the loop would be a lot easier, yes. I do totally agree on that. The only one I have that doesn't have a loop was that great big one, and my beads would not fit on it, so I had to go to the smaller one, and they barely fit on that. I mean, look what it did to that poor bead. See how it cracked it off? Okay, I like how this is spilling down here, so I'm going to stick a little bit of glue so I can get it to stay that way. Well, I'm going to try. we go. Thank you, Ellen. Okay. I don't know why I feel like it needs some lace on it somewhere. Or some, here, let's use some of this. Yes, Angie, lots of orange juice. Oh, I know what I'll do with this. Ooh, I like that. It needs to go behind the beads, not in front of the beads. There we go. And the safety pin has now become strictly ornamental because it's now going to have to be glued down. But that don't matter. Okay. Do I want it up there or down here? Bottom. And you are not letting us down. You're going to let us down if you don't take care of yourself. That's how you would let us down. Thank you, Vale. I don't know why that just came to my head that might work, but it did, and it did. There we go. Yay. All right, I want to respect y'all's time. So I'm going to do my closing part here, and then I can finish up what I'm doing. But I want to, if you need to go, I want to make sure that you got everything that you were supposed to got. Okay. All right, so remember, you're going to add a little note that goes in behind your belly band. Doing a little, I lost my notes. Add a note that, where'd it go? Oh, it's on the other side. Add a small note about what you noticed this week with regard to the one thing that you wanted to invite into your life and the small helper that you chose. And then think about, what did you learn about yourself as a result of that? Was there anything that was clearer? Was there anything that felt heavier? So looking forward to next week. We're going to keep our current helper exactly as it is. We're not going to change it. We're not going to improve it yet. Okay? We're just going to give it another chance. I'm giving mine a chance by actually having my little notebook sitting here with me. So let's continue to observe how it fits and take some more data on whether it actually fit. Maybe making a little bit, being a little bit more conscious about it, a little more purposeful about it. And then next week we'll decide whether to keep it, tweak it, or just let it go. Okay, but only after we've gathered enough information. So we're going to get it in another week, especially for those of us that raise your hand if you didn't do it at all. All right. Of course, it gives you teacher vibes because I was a teacher, woman. So remember, observation is progress. Paying attention is progress. You don't have to perform to move forward. Okay? And always remember that you are exactly where you're supposed to be. Exactly where you're supposed to be. Okay? So if this week felt messy or incomplete or quiet, that's okay. You're exactly where you need to be. Exactly where you need to be. And remember, we're not trying to improve yet. We're just learning what fits. That's all. We're just learning about what fits. All right? It's all about data, not drama. Data, not beating yourself up. Data, just learning about what it is that might work and what it is that might not work. That's all. February is supposed to be soft when we're doing this. It's all about the softness. All right. So I have my belly band. I stamped on it. I have my safety pin. I use scraps to make my belly band. So I've got all the challenge components in there. So I think the one other thing that I want to do, read your message. Did you type it in here, Thunder? Messenger. Oh, Thunder, that's awesome. Okay, let me message you back, Thunder, because I have an idea for that. So, yeah, I have an idea that might make it work for everybody. So, I will talk with you. Okay. Alrighty, let's add. Let's make a journal card. All of my bases right here. I'm so freaking organized. Except for the stuff that's over there still. But we'll get to that. We'll get to that. It's a little small. We need a larger one. Don't want to use those though. That's got a bird on it. We are not doing that. No to the birds. No to the birds. Just say no to the birds. What's we got here? London Bridge is falling down. Is that London Bridge? I think it is, right? Thank you, Marty. I love how it turned out, too. Pretty cool, huh? Sometimes I have good ideas. Sometimes not so much. Okay, there's a butterfly one. There's a butterfly one. Butterfly. Excuse me. Not that one. Not that one. That one's butterfly. Oh, this one. Nope. One of these two. Say no to the birds. Step away from the birds, Wendy. Step away from the birds. Hi, Jenny. Thank you. All right. I want to get some pink in here, but I feel like the bigger ones work better than the smaller ones. We're going to use the bigger ones. Okay. I was going to cover the back of this, but I guess I don't need to because it's plain already. One thing I do want to do, though. Oops. One thing I didn't want to do, though, was knock my glue over. All right, Wendy, control yourself. Am I going to have to get a bouncer to bounce the bouncer out? Ugh. My mat is gross and sticky and blessy. So for me, part of this is to make, to write my stuff down, which I did write down on the other one. So I think what I'm going to do, instead of writing my reflection down on this, since I wrote it down on the page across from Get It Out of My Head, I instead am going to use this to make my plan for making this work this week, to give it a fair shot instead of a partial shot. Or it wasn't a partial shot, piece of Pam, it was a no shot. There were no shots taken or thrown, none. All right, woman, you're being evil. Somebody bounce this woman. Somebody bounce this woman. Jill, you're closest to her. Be the enforcer. Although Jill's not much better, she sent me birds. Thank you, Marty, for sitting on her. Uh-oh, looks like you need to sit on Jill, too. Oh, you don't craft in the same space? Oh, so to get her that safety pin, you actually had to go to a whole different place? Wow, you were being generous, weren't you? Okay. Here's the plan, Stan. This pencil or this pen does not move very well on this paper. I don't like it at all. Like normally I like this pen, but not on this paper. It's gross. Um, okay, there's my plan, Stan. Right, Sandy? It's treasures, not crap. I don't know how I have white string sticking to that when there's no white string on the table. Oh, it's from the safety pin. That's what it was from. Here. I didn't finish that. I didn't need to glue the string down on that. Okay, I wish that was tighter. But tis what it tis. All right. I don't know. I feel like it needs something that's boring. The page is boring. I'm talking too much. Isn't that what I'm supposed to do? Ooh, I just got a headache. I think we're going to live with it like that for now. All right, let's put this back here where it belongs. Oh. Sorry, I didn't catch that. Obby. Obby. Ooh. All right. There's the string that was going to go on here. The thread. Thank you, Sandy. I am too. This is the kind of journal that I like, with bunches of different kinds of paper and different sizes, and it just makes me happy. Okay. What are we going to put there? Let's put another butterfly. I want to use one of my new little wooden butterflies because I have a wooden heart up there. Well, we're going to try to anyway. There we go. Sorry, that was loud. Okay. Uh-huh. Maybe we'll use them. I don't know. It doesn't want to open. There we go. Oop, and then it spills them out of there. That's not beneficial. All right, what color do we want? Maybe a pretty green one? Oh, what's that one? That one's fun. He's lost. Oh! All right, we'll deal with you again in a minute. I wonder if it's too small. Maybe over here. You put in there. And then just not use the thread. Because I don't think the thread's gonna, well, let's see. I can't hold on to him. Stop it. Yeah, thread works there. Okay. Okay. I had to remove glue boogies. Okay. You always sit in the front. I know, isn't that pretty with all those different color butterflies? Okay. All right. So there's last week's page, my notes from this week, and this week's page. I know what this page needs. There we go. Now it's finished. That was much better. And this is another thing that's all Shanuki Art's fault. There we go. Now it's better. Mo better, mo better. And that's more better too. Yay, I'm happy. All right, my friends. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for being here and supporting me and allowing me to do this. I couldn't have gotten where I am without any of you guys, and it makes me so very happy. Don't forget that Monday is my channel's first birthday at 10 p.m. Monday night Pacific Standard Time, which would be Tuesday morning for most of you all. We will start celebrating my birthday. I will have giveaways every hour. I have giveaways from Dye, from Tunder. I've got digitals from Dye. I've got a journal from Tunder. I've got digitals from Debbie Epps. Terry's sending me some stuff. I've got some books that I'm giving away. Jay, I've got papers and stuff from Jay that are being given away. So make sure you come by sometime on Monday if you can, so that you can try and win a prize and be a part of me creating my journal to commemorate my first year, my channel's first year, and the first year of us. So if you want to send me something, you can. If you want to email me something, you can. My email address is thegingercatladyjunkjournals@gmail.com. Yeah, so that's it. Thanks, guys, for hanging. Loves y'all. If I don't see you at 10 o'clock tonight, which is in about 3 hours, I will see you hopefully in the morning. If not, have a fantastic morning, afternoon, night, evening, whatever it is, wherever you are. Loves y'all. Bye.